you give your custody of money, stocks, and power away. All right. And so they have all the power. They're the ones who make all the money. Now, what is a decentralized exchange? Well, a decentralized exchange is where me or Ashley or Matt are able to provide liquidity now, but instead of the NASDAQ making money or Coinbase making money or Binance or the New York Stock Exchange making all those fees, you and I are making those fees. And that's the power of becoming your own bank. And so here's some examples of some what we call liquidity pools. All right. And so just like the Apple pear, you always have a pair, right? In this situation, we have what's called a cryptocurrency called Gala, which is a gaming cryptocurrency. And then we have Ethereum. And when people trade between Gala and Ethereum, in this situation, I'm making 110% per year. All right. I'm making 110% per year. Now, it's not stable. It's not guaranteed. So you have to understand how this plays, right? It can go down, but it can also go up. Just on this pair alone, I've seen my APY or annual percentage yield as high as like 1,1600%. Now, some people are like rolling their eyes like, bullshit. There's no way you can make that sort of fucking money. And I'm here to tell you, no, not bullshit. I've made it. And I turned that $15,000 that I told you guys that it went down to in 2020. I also dollar cost average, meaning I brought more money in periodic payments of about $120,000 over a span of about a year and a half. And I turned that into over $2 million doing exactly this. And why? Because I learned how to become my own bank. I learned how to become the institution. This is no Ponzi scheme. This doesn't require, all the money in the world to get into this. You can learn all this stuff on your own if you wanted to. All right. And this is not a company. It's fully decentralized. Here's another one. This is called Ethereum. It's a gaming cryptocurrency, another gaming cryptocurrency. And I was earning 116% at the time that I did this. And it was really cool because I was making some really nice passive income. But right now, I will say this. I'm not in passive income mode. I'm in generational wealth mode. So every single dime is going back into my investments right now that I make. I am not taking profits right now. Okay. Now, when I say I'm not taking profits, like I may take profits on a crypto that I made 100% on, like we did last week, into Bitcoin or into Ethereum. But then I'm putting that Bitcoin and Ethereum to work, which I'm not going to talk about tonight. But maybe I'll do another webinar on that here in the near future. But this is how I have become my own bank. And I've been doing this for 3 years now, actually over 3 years. So what is infinite crypto banking? It's the ability to print money like the banks and the institutions do. This is another liquidity pool that I've made tens of thousands of dollars with this cryptocurrency. Actually, I would say hundreds of thousands of dollars at the peak with this FXS coin, because I got in very, very early. I turned $2,800 into probably $300,000. All right, at the peak, and I took a lot of profit on that. I'm not going to talk how I did that today, but I will if you join our course. I'll share that in more detail. But I did put up a liquidity pool for this, a simple $20,000. Okay. And literally within 2 days, this was how much I made. All right. And I think the APY at the time that I did this was about 500%. So this thing was growing at a very, very quick rate. Now, that doesn't mean I made 500% in one day. You have to amortize that over the year, but we teach you how to do that. Okay. But this is definitely one of my favorite cryptos and one of the cryptos that, and liquidity pools that I'm very, very bullish on, meaning I believe it's going to go up. So how do you truly build wealth in crypto? One, you become as decentralized as possible. Two, you educate yourself with me or another company, or if you want to do it the old fashioned way, YouTube University, you can definitely do that. But that's like being dropped in the middle of the ocean and somebody telling you to learn how to swim. Three, have a plan in place to hit your goals. Like I have a spreadsheet that I keep details of where my investments are, what the risk is, how much I'm the current payout is, how much did I make that month. These are things that I'm definitely monitoring. And we're working on our end to actually create a place where you can plug all this in and not some spreadsheet, but you have a portal that you can do that. We have our portal, but it's more for learning right now as opposed to tracking, but we're working on that. And within the next 60 days, we'll have that out. Now, 4, learn how to do your own research and become your own crypto financial non-licensed advisor. All right. Super important that we put non-licensed, but I'll tell you, I worked with a lot of financial advisors, guys and gals. All right. They're not the ones that are really managing your money. The ones that are managing your money are the fund managers. All right. Or the insurance managers. But a lot of these guys, they just want a commission. They put your thing in there and, oh, how risky do you want to be? And how much money do you have? And when do you want to retire? And then they put it into their little computer formula and then boom, they're supposed to save you. In my opinion, all right, a lot of financial advisors, they want that sweet, juicy commission and residual commission every year as you pay your insurance premiums, as they get paid the fees for keeping your money there safe and sound, but growing very slowly. And with inflation going haywire over the last 3 years, a lot of these investments aren't even keeping up with inflation. And so how are you going to survive if you're not outperforming the market? So we want to teach you how to invest like a Wall Street rock star. So what is the way, again, that you can truly build wealth in crypto? It's good old-fashioned time and education. And this is not for you if you're here to get rich quick. And I'm going to get to the juicy stuff here in a second. So hang with me. So let's go live. And I'm going to show you, I did this video. All right. And the video is just basically spot on. I didn't cut any of it. So I wanted to show you how simple it was. And it's about 6 minutes. So bear with me. All right. But I'm going to show you how easy it is once you figure out how to do it, how easy it is to set this stuff up and, essentially monitor it 30 minutes per week. All right. So let's go. So, oh wait, hold on. You guys can't see it. Oh, can you see? All right. Can you see that?
It's like a blockchain, just like Ethereum, cool. Just like Bitcoin. And it does have a very nice use case that I think is going to probably just grow in terms of its use case. So the reason I chose this is because I was able to find an APR here that was really juicy based off of some parameters. So this is Revert. It's a tool that I use to come and find some really, really good ways to set up these pools. But you can see here that I'm earning 193.98% in Optimism and in Ethereum. Okay. Now the USD value may get skewed based off of how much Ethereum is worth or how much Optimism is worth. But you can see here, this position has been set up for 355.9 days. So I try to look for the ones that have been around for the longest. So for me to be making 193% in fees, okay, and again, those fees fluctuate based off of the value of what the cryptocurrencies were, then we need to make sure that that we got it set up right. So here what I do, because this is something called consolidated liquidity, okay, I need to know what range I need to set up this liquidity pool in. So this is what we call a range, and I'm not going to go too deep into this because I don't want to confuse you, but these are skills that we teach. I'm going to set my range limit from 1,003 to the upper range of 1,347. I use another tool called uniswap.fish, and this is very simple. Once you get it going, it's very, very easy to do. So you can see here clearly that I have an amount to deposit of $2,090 that I'm going to be putting in, and I have to split my cryptocurrencies exactly in this in order for me to set up this range. So now what I do is I come over to here to Uniswap, and I already have the tokens split up, so you'll have to split them up. That's a step that I just wanted to cover so we can save some time here. And then the fee tier that I'm going to be setting up here is 0.3%. So now what I'm going to come here and do is I needed, let's see here, I needed 459 OP. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Let's do another take. So now what I need to do is I need to set up the range exactly like I have it here. So 1003 is what I need to put here, and my min price, or my minimum price, and I'll go ahead and hit tab. And then my next one is 1347. So I'll come here and I'll simply plug in this number, 1347. And now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to put 459, and this should automatically adjust to exactly what I needed to put over on the from Uniswap.fish. So now I need to approve what are called smart contracts, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and hit approve, and this is a smart contract. This is a smart contract to approve what I have going on here to set up this liquidity pool. So I'm going to go ahead and hit approve, and I've got my hard wallet here in the camera. You can see it. I have to physically sign this, okay? So you want to make sure that you always have, this is part of that security, right? You always have a hard wallet that you're working with that you trust, okay? And you have your keys stored in a secure location. So now it's going to get approved here, and any second we should see here preview. And once we hit preview and sign another smart contract, the money will then be deposited into the liquidity pool, and now we'll be sharing fees with all of the other liquidity pool providers. So you can see here preview. Let's go ahead and hit add. And I'm going to sign another smart contract. And again, it pops up here. The smart contract needs to be physically signed as well. You don't want some hacker to get into your contract. And we'll go ahead and hit close. And bada bing, bada boom, I now have this contract earning me fees. Now the fees will start to pop up here in a few minutes, which will be really cool. So it's second by second. No Ponzi scheme, no multi-level marketing, none of that junk, all right? This is a cash flowing business, just as if you were a plumber or an artist or a tech guy or gal, whatever, okay? This is a cash flowing business. And again, here you see it's now 0, but look at this. I just earned a fraction of a penny in optimism already, okay? This thing's already starting to generate money, and this is how I've made money here for so long. Now let's do something else. Let's take this a step further, okay? I have some pools here, and I have this pool, this SNX pool, and I have $75 worth of fees that are unclaimed, okay? So now what I can do is this. I can actually hit collect fees, and what am I going to do with these fees? Well, whatever the hell I want with them, of course, all right? I can spend it. I can invest more. I can hold on to these cryptos if I feel like there's value. But what I can do too, and you might be asking like, well, how do I spend it? Well, here in front of the camera, I have a Crypto.com card. So I can literally just transfer money directly into my Crypto.com card and start spending it like that. And I can earn all sorts of rewards. And this isn't just the only card that you have that you can earn money on or that you can spend your crypto on.
All right, so that I just wanted to give you guys and gals an example of how fast and how easy it is. Now you have to understand what you're going to invest in, right? And that's what we talk about. I mean, we've got, you know, classes that are, I think 5-6 days out of the week we have classes. Now, let me start with this, all right? Because we're going to talk about a few things, and I still have one more very juicy part. We're almost to the end here. By the way, if you're interested in actually booking a call with us to learn more, to see if, you know, hey, maybe you're a good fit, Matt's going to drop the link in the chat right now. You guys can start booking. And last time we had a webinar, we got booked out till like 2 or 3 weeks. So definitely book. Book it if you're interested. You're ready to like kind of start learning this stuff. I would highly recommend it. But we got more. I have like the juiciest part here coming up in just a couple of minutes. And trust me, I want to go to bed right now. I'm super tired. I've been going for 4 weeks hard. So I'm gonna try to get to the part here, but I want to make this abundantly clear. Results vary based on students' investment amount and risk tolerance. All right, like you all got to be like, you can't be like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna make millions of dollars. I'm gonna like, this takes time. Remember what I said. This isn't get rich quick. This is get rich medium with a plan, not with a scheme. All right, by educating yourself. So let's see here. This is one student of mine. She got had her money in a centralized exchange called Voyager last year. And what ended up happening was I got her off of Voyager like literally 2 weeks before they closed down. She had $1.5 million that she didn't like just invest all of a sudden one day. She like earned that money. I think she said she put in like $60,000 or $70,000 and it grew to that 1.5. So I was able to get that money out for her like that. She's like, well, where do I start? She's like, these guys are paying me 5% per year on my Cardano, I think is what she had. And I said, like, wait, did you say 5% per year or 5% per month? And she was like, no, 5% per year. And I'm like, oh my gosh, get it off of there. And lo and behold, they closed just like that. And now she's making enough money to where she's literally paying for her mother and supporting her lifestyle. Her mother's in a nursing home. She's paying for that plus her very, very nice lifestyle. So this is just one of our students. Here's some more students. I'm going to kind of skip this part, skip over it quickly, but this is Sean L. You know, he's making 194%. This is another student of ours, Ryan Stober. He actually works with us now. But he started with us early this year. He does like our editing and stuff. In fact, that's what the video that I was making was for him. That last video that I did. But he was already in crypto and he knew that he needed to take his stuff to the next level. And we were really able to help him out with that. And then here's another student of ours called Ryan L. And, you know, he was making 273%. We helped him get in, and just in a few days, 26 days, he was already up 18% on one of his liquidity pools. So this is really what we do. But again, guys, gals, results do vary. All right. So don't sit here and go, but you said 237%. That take ownership of what you're doing. All right. Take ownership for sure. Now, here's where it gets really, really juicy. So the potential between holding your crypto and being your own bank, which 99.9% of the people hold their crypto. All right. I'm telling you, we have a very specific skill that we teach here, a very profitable one. And if you understand it, you're going to crush it. But let's say you hold your crypto. Today's price of Ethereum is 1,650-ish. All right. Let's say it goes up to $4,000, which is what it went up to last time. I think it went up a little bit higher, but let's say it just goes up to $4,000. So we don't even go to all-time highs. It doesn't go to 10,000. I'm not being unreasonable here. Just goes back to where it was. I think it's going to go up to like 10, 15, 20,000 this next bull run. But this is an increase of 142% from today. Now, if you buy one ETH, you only ever have one ETH. So if you buy one ETH today, it's worth 1,650. All right. If you buy it, and if it goes up, you only have $4,000. All right. That's it, which is still a great return. All right. Now, here's the difference. Let's say we put it into a liquidity pool, and this liquidity pool is earning 200% per year. Now, I did this actual investment right in front of your face, the ETH optimism. Let's say it's doing, again, 200%, but also the price of optimism, I think, is going to go up by way more than that, thousands of percent. Don't believe me? Go look at crypto charts from the past. All right. It's definitely doable. I've done it time and time over again. Now, let's say I bought $2,000 worth of ETH. All right. Just like I showed you. I put in $2,090 or something, but I like round numbers, make it easy. All right, 2,000, which today would afford me 1.2 Ethereum. All right, now stick with me because here's where it gets good, and this is how I became a millionaire. All right, or a trillionaire or critch, whatever you want to call it. All right, so let's say it goes up by 142%. The price of ETH goes up to $4,000. So now each one of my Ethereums would be $4,000, sorry. But instead of 1.2 ETH, okay, because I compounded my interest, I turned that 1.2 ETH based off of a 200% yearly return, okay, in earning more fees, no Ponzi scheme, no nothing, doing it exactly the same way that the NASDAQ, the New York Stock Exchange does, Binance, Coinbase, all these guys do it. I end up with 308 Ethereum, 308.51 to be exact. Well, what does that turn into? Well, if we have 308.51 times 4,000, that's $1.234 million. No lie. Now, things go up, things go down. I've gotten much smarter than the last one. I had to learn the hard way. Boy, did I have to learn the hard way, guys and gals. But this time around, when the market starts to turn around and go up, am I loaded with information? All right? Am I loaded? And I'm not here to make a couple $1 million. I already did that shit. I'm here to make tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars this bull market around. And it can happen. People have done it. All right. Don't think that people haven't done it. And especially people who are educated and understand what's called market making, because that's what we're doing. So again, this isn't financial advice. This is just what me and my students are doing. So do your own research. Okay. This is where it gets real juicy. All right. You've learned the 3 things that ARC teaches in order to ensure success of building your wealth. 1, you've learned everything is headed to crypto, DeFi, from stocks to commodities to real estate. You've learned it's totally possible to become your own bank and make bank money. You've learned that you need to educate yourself on how to properly set yourself up in crypto and DeFi in order to succeed. So what are your options to learn true infinite crypto banking with us? Well, let's chat. All right, let's chat. Click on the link that Matt's put in there. I'm going to give you some pricing parameters, but we teach you security. We teach you how to move within the crypto sphere. We teach you what cryptos we're buying. We give you the tools that we use in order to do your best to track all of this crypto. But when you set up an appointment, the reason we do that to talk to you is we want to make sure we're a good fit. No pressure. If somebody pressures you, you got to let me know, because we are trained to not pressure anybody into anything that they don't want to do. All right. I don't want to end up giving somebody their money back, because we do have a money back guarantee. But I want to make sure if you come here, like, you're going to stick with it, because that's how our students come out here successful. Now, we have various different courses. Our lowest course starts at $480 per year, all the way up to $15,000 and $97 per month thereafter. All right. That's our hands-on. This is for like kind of the entrepreneur that doesn't have time to sit through a course, that doesn't have time to do research. They just want, hey, help me get this going. Give me all your alpha. And, we get you going from A to Z. So we have something for everybody.